I start asking myself questions lately, especially since I'm on this whole topic of being lost, because that is one of the biggest things that I'm dealing with in my life. Being lost, feeling stuck, right? Because I want the answers on how can I unstuck, unlost my life. You know what I'm saying? And I know if I'm thinking that, I'm pretty sure a lot of other people are thinking that too. You, me, probably somebody in your family, whatever. But I start asking myself questions, and God started revealing the answers on why I was feeling lost, right? Me personally. So I was literally experiencing these things personally. So let's just dive right into it, because I'm pretty sure you're doing it too. Number one thing is, the generation is different now. We are consuming way too much social media. And in reality, not the right kind of social media. I'm a victim of it. I'll tell you that right now. You know what I'm saying? I know for a lot of men, you know what I'm saying, you can scroll across something and you see the baddest woman. And she, she half naked. That thing looking right. I ain't gonna lie. Let's not cap. I'm not gonna lie. That thing looking right. Right? So then you start trying to apply that to your life. Like, oh man, I need me a bad woman. So now you start chopping at different women and stuff, knowing that you're about to put yourself in some situation that you really don't need to be. You know what I'm saying? Now you're gonna go out there and fornicate or do whatever. Or you might go do stuff that you're not supposed to be doing. Right? And it's never going to be beneficial for you. It's always going to leave you feeling. Let me ask you something. As a man and as a woman, and let's be honest, have you ever been in a situation where fornicated? You just went, you fornicated with a young lady or a young man, and afterward you just sitting there like, thinking in your head like, you disgust me. like, and it's not even them, but it's really you. You know what I'm saying? You like, man, what am I even doing, bro? Like, this wasn't even worth it. Like, I feel like a low life, man. Like, I've been in this numerous times. I mean, I ain't never gonna do this again, bro. I'm on my grind. I'ma stay, you know what I'm saying? I'ma stay to myself. I'ma just do my thing. I've been in that situation, you know what I'm saying? And it never ends. All the indulging in the meaningless sex and all that, it never ends good. You know what I'm saying? It's never really worth it. But then when we go back to the social media and we see the naked women and all this stuff, then we right back in it. We going to the hub. You know what I mean? Skating to the moon. Ah! You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. And it's leaving us feeling stuck, right? It's leaving us feeling stuck and we don't know it. But I realized that for myself, like, oh man, this might be an issue. Chill down, take a step back on the social media. You like, especially the certain type of social media. I ain't gonna lie, at one point my feed was just looking like, I ain't gonna get into that. But you might be consuming too much social media. Another reason is you might have a gift that God has given you, a talent. You know, he's given all of us something, and you are not utilizing it. You are not fulfilling the purpose. And when you do that, that can leave you big time lost. That's something that I struggle with. I had this big hole in my heart. It's very hard to explain, but I had this big hole in my heart where it was like, okay, you need to be doing this. I called you to do this. And if you're not doing this, you're going to feel it. And so I don't be doing it. And then I go partake in the other stuff, like I said. And then I'm just feeling drained after I didn't do nothing the next day. I'm feeling drained. I'm feeling lost again. I'm feeling stuck like, man, I know I'm supposed to be doing something and I'm just not giving it my all. I'm not giving it my best. I'm denying my calling. That's gonna leave you feeling stuck. I promise you that. I promise. Especially as a man. Especially as a man. It's going to leave you feeling stuck. I promise you that. That causes depression, anxiety, when you have something that you know you need to be doing and you just don't do it. Too many distractions. You got to find a way to figure that out. Knock all that stuff out. Feed that purpose. You know what I'm saying? Another reason why you might be feeling lost is because you may not have truly forgiven yourself of things that you have done in the past. This is something that I was struggling with heavily. I had did some things that I knew was wrong, that was fully in my control, and I never forgiven myself because it altered people's lives. You know what I'm saying? It altered people's lives, and I would tell myself that, oh yeah, I've forgiven myself and I'm just moving on. But in reality, I really didn't. I was really running from the problem. I didn't truly reflect and ask questions on how can I not put myself in that position again? How can I really truly just give it to God and forgive myself? You know, and it's a very hard thing to do, to forgive yourself. It's easy to say, but very hard to do. I'm not gonna lie. But you have to. And that takes time. Healing takes time. You know, it's not gonna happen overnight. But eventually you will forgive yourself. Like right now, I've forgiven myself. Dang, now I'm not gonna hold it. I ain't got no time. There's not enough time in life to just be letting this hang over my head. Forget all that. I'm gone, man. Forget all that stuff. Man. So you gotta forgive yourself, and work on forgiving yourself. And I promise you, you won't feel so lost. You know, you might be dealing with that. Another reason why you might be feeling lost is because you don't do the things that you truly like to do, right? You don't go out and enjoy yourself, right? Like for example, I use me for example. I stopped playing the basketball when that was my number one most favorite thing to do on earth, was playing basketball. You know, then I had kids and stuff and all that stopped. You know, I told myself, oh, I ain't got the time and stuff. And sometimes it's true. Sometimes it's true. But if you ain't being true to yourself, then you're going to be lost. You can't be yourself. This is what you truly like at heart. And you're suppressing that. You gotta do the things that you like to do. You can't just sit around on a Netflix watching TV. You can't just sit around smoking. You can't do these things and expect to feel the best in life. You can't do these things. You can't give into when you feel like those days where you have no ambition to do anything. You can't do that. You gotta get up. You gotta get off the couch. You gotta do it. You gotta go do things that you like. You gotta go work on yourself. Feed into yourself. Right? If not, what is going to happen? You are going to continue to stay lost. Another one is, and now this is a hidden one, man. I really never really dealt with this, but I know a lot of people do, and I can see how you can get lost in it. Is you are trying too hard to chase love, right? That is a big one, I believe. You're trying too hard to chase love. You know, I think a lot of things in life need pressure to become great. You know, we need pressure to make these diamonds and stuff like that. You know, if you playing basketball and you need that pressure and stuff, or if you doing other things, you need certain pressure to be great. But I believe that love isn't one of those things that need pressure. It should be natural. You know what I'm saying? And when you are into that chasing stage, oh, I just really want love. It could be for a good reason. Maybe you think you getting older and you feel like you're gonna be alone forever or something like that. But I feel like when you start getting like that, you start getting desperate, right? And then when you desperate, you'll reach out and grab anything. Everything looks appealing. You know what I'm saying? So you'll reach out and grab anything, and then you end up getting hurt because you had so much expectation on where you think your life should be. You know what I'm saying? So now, oh, this person look good. This my person. I wanna find love. I'm man. It's okay to crave love. I'm not saying that you can't crave it, but when you're chasing it, like I know a couple people that is just nonstop chasing love, and it's almost like embarrassing because they end up with a dude or something. I see them posting it on Instagram. Next thing you know, that's done. Then they end up with another dude. Next thing you know, that's done. And then with another dude. And I even told one of them, like, hey man, chill out. Like, you seem kind of desperate, man. Like, everybody that you come in contact with ain't gonna be your match. Right? And then now you talking about you lost and stuff. Well, one, you put all your energy on this other person. That's gonna, if whenever you do, that's another thing. If ever you do something like that, you put all your energy in somebody, just give them everything, leave yourself nothing. Yeah, you about to be lost. You about to be hella lost. That's the easiest way to lose yourself. Is to put somebody on the pedestal and leave yourself nothing. I've done that. I ain't gonna lie. I've done that. Sure, look where it got me. I ain't never gonna do that again. These are, honestly, just some of the reasons we can feel lost. There are plenty other reasons. There can be things like a death in the family. Those are a little bit more tricky. You know what I'm saying? But there are ways to work through that as well. But yeah, these are just some of the things, and we just got to get a hold on ourselves, man. And we really just got to give it to God, honestly. That's the first thing that you should do. If you're feeling lost in this moment, you need to sit down and pray and really just give it to God, man, and ask him for guidance. Ask him to help you find your purpose if you can't find your purpose, or if you don't know the purpose, right? Ask him to help take away that thirsty hunger for love. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us are so hungry for this love from somebody and chasing all this. We want to be liked, and really, we already forget that we are already loved. You know what I'm saying? We already loved by God. So everything's gonna work out, man. You're gonna be good. You're gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? Just hang in there, and we gonna be all right. We gonna get through this together. You know what I'm saying? Peace. And I love you.